Hey everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and is having a great holiday season. You all made me the best Christmas possible. We all hung out and gave me so much love, and it was so beautiful that we were all together. And so anyone who wants a full electric music concert and everything, you can go to the link that we did for Christmas night. Great to see all the friends here. You all gave me so much love. It was a special, special moment. I felt we were all in a special place. And now we're going to speak about how to continue that vibe. Yes, for all the guitar players, we're going to do some open D songs. Today we're going to talk about the inner peace. To remember, there's a good, great metaphors. They're never exact. We're trying to describe the infinite. And as we spoke about on the Christmas concert, we asked how many camera angles are there to a bird flying through the sky. And so we realize there's infinite angles, and so every metaphor is trying to point us in the direction, yet it can never be exact. It has to be. So today we're going to describe how, I'll tell you a little story in my own town, back town. We used to have a guy in high school, his name was Tony, and he used to have this really cool Mustang power car with tinted windows, and so he would make a lot of noise going out of the gas station. Tony would be rambling down the road. They call me the breeze. I keep rolling on down the road. Well, they call me the breeze, yeah. I keep rolling on down the road. I ain't got nobody, no, I ain't carrying no heavy load. So Tony would make us screech and go out of the gas station, and he would go around and we would tell him in high school, we would see him, and the next day we'd say, "Hey Tony, we saw you in town." He'd look at us, he'd say, "You didn't see me. That was my car. You didn't see me. That was my car." We'd say, Psh. And then when he'd go out of the parking lot, we'd say, "Yeah, Tony, let her take you for a ride." When he'd go on his Mustang and he'd rev the gas and he would roll down the window and he would say, "She doesn't take me anywhere. I drive this baby." I remember it so well. It was great. So this story, what does it mean to us? Tony, this is what it really is, to learn from everything. You see, we have to remember, we are not the body. The body is mine. We are not the mind. The mind is mine. We are not the ego. The ego is mine. That's what we must remember to stay in our inner peace. If we it's like a car. The body, let's say it's the outside, the outside exterior. It's the tires is the body, and the engine is the mind, let's say, and the ego is the gas. Now, the body of the car, the engine, and the gas. You can't blame the car if all of a sudden, the car goes out of control and you're driving speed and you're not paying attention and the car makes an accident. You can't blame the car. You have to remember that I have to control the car. The car can't control me. And so we have to remind ourselves, when our desires come and they try to infiltrate us with outside attention, which are trying to give us finite pleasure, which we know is never going to work, Tony reminds us, he puts his tinted windows and he's in his own space in his fancy Mustang car. And he reminds us, I don't let that car take me. I'm the driver. Yo, Akiva, great to see you, buddy. Great to see everybody. Friends in Mississippi, friends around the world. So he says, I'm the driver. So we always have to not be confused. Yes, we have a body. Yes, you have to take care. There shouldn't get any rust on your car. Yes, you have to take care that there shouldn't be, the tires shouldn't be flat. You'll make an accident if it's raining and things. Yes, you have to make sure there's enough oil in the engine and that you're breathing properly. The air filters are checked. Otherwise, the whole car could be... And yes, you need to have gas, but to have it go. But when we are in our inner space and reminding ourselves that we are the driver is the supreme being. Whatever you want to call that. People use the name God. People say the divine. People say the name of a specific prophet that they believe is funneling the energy towards them. You want to call it self-consciousness. You need to stay on the inside to drive, to make sure that the body is not me, the body is mine. Yo, Dallas, the mind will make you crazy if you do not learn to sit in the silence and remind yourself, I do not have to listen to all these thoughts. The mind is not me. The mind is mine. I'm controlling it. The ego that wants me to get insulted, that wants me to be have all this pride, that is not me. That is mine. I need to control it. How do I build it? I have to build my inside center. The real way to be able to do this, I have to let the outside things slowly fall away. That happens from great joy, from starting the day with prayer and focusing in silent solitude and staying inside. This is from the upcoming album that's called Inside. Lately I've been thinking where I've been and what I've done. Lately I've been dreaming one day I will find true love. Lately I've been asking what is really going on. For hours I've been praying one day we'll all get along. But we're out here in the wilderness looking for our home. Somewhere in this loneliness we are never alone. 'Cause where I am, that's where you are. In the deepest oceans, above the stars, and in my sorrow, and in my sleep, I'm inside of you, and you are inside of me, inside of you. That's just a little taste of the new song Inside that we're going to be doing on the new album. Now, thank you so much for all your support. You know we're giving this out. Hey, I see Texas on the line here. Hey, Danny. What's up, Thomas? So we just want to give this out and give this love over. And what makes this all possible is the unbelievable people at Lots of Love Records in Chicago. The record company, they make sure that this message of love and unity and music that we're all a part of together, partners. Hey, Vesnenza, great to see you. So if everybody can help them out a little bit, if you go to lazerlloyd.com, they have all the discs, the music there. They asked me to say it once in the beginning, once at the end of the show, and then we can just do this for free. And so thank you so much. There's a Patreon. Everybody can join there and help out. So thanks to Lots of Love Records, and thanks to all you for being partners with us and helping bringing love and unity to the world in a new way. Without name, without form, it's something applicable to people of all religion, all nations. We're just discussing how much we have in common and just talking about the soul elements that we all have in common. Should we play a little blues? Let's play some blues now, because what happens is even though we get into the zone and we have it all figured out and we're having a great experience and we're there. Hey, Paul Fox. Mickey, what's up, bro? How you guys doing out there? Oklahoma, Ohio. So sometimes we're so there and then we lose it and we get lost. Don't worry though. We're just expanding our ability to realize we are nothing and we know nothing. Well, Lord, hear me calling out to you. Feel like the world is falling down and I don't know what to do. Yes, now, Lord, hear me calling. World falling on me. Well, I don't know what to do, Lord, and I don't know who to be. Sometimes I feel like a sinner, sometimes I feel like a saint. Sometimes I feel like I'm living, Lord, and sometimes I feel like I ain't. Yes, now, Lord, hear me calling. World falling on me. Well, I don't know what to do, Lord, and I don't know who to be. Oh, Lord, hear me calling. Sending this out to our brother Tony Rice. Have a good ride, brother. Well, I've traveled across the rivers, traveled across the seas. I've hang out with the preachers, some people call them thieves. Hang out with the prophets, some people call them fools. Don't know who is winning here, Lord, and who's gonna lose. Yes, now, Lord, let me calling. World falling on me. Well, I don't know what to do, Lord. Sometimes I just don't know. Maybe you don't know too. Don't know who to be. World Fallen. That's on, I think, either Insides Out or some Lost on the Highway album. So anyway, let's just, I hope everybody's having a great holiday season. We know the basic things in life is this too will pass. The highs and the lows, they pass. The greatest experiences, they don't stay with us, and neither does the pain. So what's the secret to life, which is to have infinite happiness in our souls? That is to stay connected to that place Lockdown blues, yeah. I've got the cure for the lockdown blues because I'll give you guys a little secret. Whoever wants to figure out, maybe some people will know, but remember these lines. Lock now. I'm in lock now. Permanently in lock now. Not lock it down, lock now. And remember, the last thing to say, always, did somebody feed the peacock? If you ever get into trouble, I can't explain to you the whole thing, but just say, did somebody feed the peacock, and smile. Now, I had such a good time dying today. It was just a beautiful thing, and that brings true joy. There's nothing better than dying. It really is the greatest experience, because true prayer and meditation, we have to go into that zone of where we are just throwing it all out. I am total emptiness, emptying out. Shinku mio-u. From true emptiness comes wondrous being. I want nothing of this physical world. I want nothing from attachments to people. I want to give them. I do not expect anything back. Not from my wife, not from my children, not from my friends, not from my parents. No, you have to look it up, brother. It's called Lock Now. It could be Lock the Door, but it's actually a place. One of the holiest places that could ever be. So how are we dying is we realize when we go to the crematorium or we go to the graveyard or whatever it is and you see the body, we have to take our throughs through that step, realizing this body is going to end, this body experience, this mind experience. But what it is, the real me, is never ending. It has been and always will be. And that is what no one can ever take that from me. See, I remember that when my father was taking me and we were going into the gas chamber, I remember I had a minute of fear, and then I remember my father, he looked at me and he smiled and he said, "Son, our bodies they will take, and our mind will not be. But be rest assured that we are just leaves falling from the tree, which is our egos, and God is taking us to where we need to be." And now I'm here in the different experience. And I remember going so calmly into the gas chamber. Thank you to my father who directed me. The Father is our Father, which directs us. We are eternal living, and nothing in this physical world can either give us pleasure nor take away our true joy, which is the true joy of understanding that we are separate bodies, overlapping minds, and one eternal soul, all connected, always. And so that's what it is. And so every time we are praying, we're meditating, we have to lose all attachment to everything that you think is giving you pleasure in this physical world. You have to leave it behind. You have to leave it behind, and you say to yourself the following 30 words: peace, love, and joy I am. Awake and free gratefully. God is me, right here, right now, blissful to be. Separate bodies, overlapping minds, one soul. That is our reality beyond space and time. So you see, there's nothing to fear ever when we release of all the desires, all the attachments, and we go into total freedom, because that's what all of our spouses and our children and our parents and our friends, what they really need is for us to gain our own eternal freedom and to share it. We don't have to share it through words. We can share it just through being. Staying in the silence of awake and free means I am observing what's happening. I don't have to get caught up into the storms of what's going on in the world. I want to send a special song out for my friends in Nashville, because I see some of the requests. We'll see what we can do. But Nashville, such a great people, so many great places. My favorite guitar store, Carter's Vintage Guitars, is there, and they had a big explosion there, and they've had a lot hard times this year with tornadoes and everything. So I want to send this is the back streets here, back streets of America, going out to all of America, all of the world, to all the simple people who are having simple faith, simple joy of understanding that we are eternal. That's just the reality of what it is. And our true nature right now, if you remind yourself, when we go back to the beginning, reminding this body, I don't have to listen to everything that it tells that it wants, because I am not the body. The body is mine. I don't have to listen to the thoughts that make me crazy of what happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future, or all nervous and doesn't let me just blissfully be, to just the wonder of seeing, of hearing. So I am not the mind is mine. And the ego who tells me, oh, Lazer, you're a rock star, you're a great guitar player, what a songwriter, or whatever it wants to try to make up. No, Lazer knows nothing, is nothing, and then we are everything. Because there's nothing to be proud of. If I'm feeling great, well, then I have to realize we're one soul. That means everyone's great. And that's the truth. We are all great, all beautiful. So there's nothing to be prideful about. Okay? And if you're feeling really bad and saying you're nothing, then we're all one soul. That means everyone's nothing. So we're all nothing together. Can everybody give a laugh here? Come on, let out a laugh, because inside the beauty of the holiness of knowing that we are infinite, we have to be careful, because spirituality can get heavy, and in the heaviness, then you lose it. We have to stay light. We are light. We are flowing. Let's just be there, and we will be guided. Just stay silent. Learn to be able to decipher which thoughts are connected to infinite reality, and which thoughts and desires are finite reality. The finite reality, anything that is finite, will never, ever bring you true inner happiness. It will give you little spaces of happiness, and those will be matched with little spaces of, unhappiness. But infinite zone. No, Ezra, we're exactly all great as one. We are one soul, each one in its own unique way. There is only one Lazer Lloyd experience, how God is manifesting itself through Lazer Lloyd. That's what we need to do, empty ourselves out, let go and go into the flow. And there's only one Jim Wilbur, that experience of what Jim Wilbur is. And now we're playing for all of the world, the Backstreets. The Backstreets is about freedom. It's about simple faith for simple people. Stay simple. And even the Stephen Hawkins and the Einsteins and the Plato, they all, as much as they knew that when you're comparing the intelligence of infinite with a human, we're all on the same level, so we all must be completely humble. Here's the Backstreets. Nashville, Tennessee. Sending love out to Tennessee. I love you. Stay strong. Stay strong, Nashville. We will rebuild 2nd Street. We will rebuild. Are you going to come take a trip with me? Come on now. Come take a trip with me. Yes, brother, our light is shining. Bernie! Oregon's on the map. Come on, Bernie, we're going to the back streets for Nashville. I've been traveling down the back streets of America, across her highways and up and down her trails. I raised myself on the back streets of America, them open highways and the Green Mountain Trail. Rock. Something like a sweet bed, just about America. Blood stains on the soil and on a flag. Well, freedom's had a rocky road in America, but if you can't see the good, I don't want to hear about the bad. You can't see the good, I don't want to hear about the bad. Well, show me any place where freedom shines. I'll show you the mistakes, just mankind, not just America. Oh no, no, no. Well, nobody here ever got a free ride. It's been years of hard work and people gave their lives for America. Oh yes, that's true. Well, freedom's been good to me. I hope it's been good to you. Yeah, freedom's been good to me. I hope it's been good to you. Oh yeah, it's been so good to me. Oh, freedom be good to you. Now, freedom, yeah, don't think it's always coming out forever now. Freedom got to stay, got to stay. Well, it's too far to let it go to waste. It sure does hurt these growing pains of America. Oh yes, that's true. Well, Roma, no, wasn't built in a day. Such a powerful thing could just crumble and fade. Wake up, America, be for freedom now, before it slips away. Don't let freedom now, don't let it slip away. Still travel the back streets of America. Some places make me cry, smile, others make me cry. Don't know the future of the back streets of America. Only thing I know for sure, it's in your hands and mine. That's a short version of the back streets. Hey RJ, where's my friend here? Hey Dennis Harris, good to be together. Saying hi to all my friends, Chicago, Louisiana, Alabama, Brazil, wherever you might be in the world, Australia, New Zealand. We got some new fans from New Zealand recently. Hey, I see Cleos is here from Brazil. Great to see you. Hey, we got Svat on the line here. Yeah, okay, let's take a Sunday morning ride song. This is called Full Tank. won't you wake up and come along with me? Oh, I said, woman, won't you wake up and come along with me? I don't know her how to mama, just going out to the big country. I got a bottle of wine, woman, and my guitar in the back seat. I got a bottle of wine, woman, and my guitar in the back seat. I got a full tank of gas, mama, that's about all we need. I said, wake up, mama, and won't you come along with me? I said, wake up, mama, and won't you come along with me? I don't know where headed, mama, just going out to the big country. And my best pair of Levi's jeans. Got my last $200, my best pair of Levi's jeans. Going out to the country, mama, serenade you on my six strings. That's right, we're going out to the country, you know why? Cause you gotta take me back to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty now. Oh, won't you please take me home, yeah. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty now. Oh, won't you please take me home, yeah. Take me home, Axl Rose. You know, there's a guy, he's not so popular, if popular music, even though he's influenced some of the greatest music that I know I love. Let's say, if you love the Allman Brothers, Marshall Tucker, all these things, obviously bluegrass, but Tony Rice is now sailing through the clear waters, going on to his next jam session. And so we're going to play a little gospel bluegrass on this Sunday. Thank you for everyone for being here. And again, thank you to Lots of Love Records. Thank you. I fought to keep the concerts free. I don't want people to have to pay. So just spread the love. The way you can spread the love is press share. If everybody could share the broadcast now, we're bringing unity and peace into the world. We're all getting close now of understanding that we are separate bodies. To have unity, Lazer does not have to try to be Evelyn Cleary. And Evelyn Cleary doesn't have to be Lazer. And we need Lazer and Evelyn Cleary to be themselves, just like we need there to be birds, we need there to be trees. And so unity and the world coming together means I know that I'm a separate body, that our minds are overlapping, that we are all one soul. And so it's not, we don't have to call it, we can call ourselves, well, what you think your belief is. It really is nameless and formless, but there's not we don't have to get upset by people that they want to say they're proud of their heritage, they like their religion. Okay, it's the way we're doing it that we have to change. The way to do it where we see ourselves part of the big picture, and we're all just giving one camera angle to that bird flying through the sky. The problem is there's some people that they think that their camera angle of the bird, they don't realize there's infinite other camera angles giving us beauty to how the bird is so beautiful. So you can be yourself, you can be your religion, you can be who you are, you can love your country, you can love your town, you can love your football team, but don't do it in a back-ass, closed-minded way that you're tearing apart the world. You see, one of my spiritual leaders, he was so brilliant, he said, Lazer, remember, always be real, never be religious. I said, what does that mean? He says, when you're real, you're humble. You remember you're always just beginning. That's the beginning of the word religious, is real. If you become real, you're freeing God from religion, he told me. And he said, and Lazer, if you keep it real, you're always beginning. You'll always be able to learn more because your glass is always half empty. And he says, you know what the rest of the word of religious is when you take out the real? He used to say, Idjus is I guess. He says, Lazer, never make God a guessing game. He said, you must experience God, Lazer. He said, you become godly, you must experience God. So he said, be real, never religious. Real is the beginning of the word religious. We're always at your beginning anew every day. Keep yourself new. And he said, Lazer, leave out the idjus, the I guess. We never guess about God. He says, no one knows, Lazer. You must experience it yourself. And Lazer, don't forget. Hey, Cindy. I saw my sister here too. I only got one sister, but I got the best sister ever. My sister Lauren is on here. And so he said, never guess about God, because when you guess about God, you become a fundamental and you try to convince the world that my camera angle of that bird going through the sky is the only camera angle. Those are the people that never experienced God. But he told me the people that really experience God, they know that every single thing of creation is God. And therefore they have immense love and humility before all beings, before animals. And this teacher, he would never waste anything. Even a little mustard seed in the kitchen, the cooks used to say he had one fanaticism. They didn't realize he would, if a mustard seed would fall, he would pick it up. Gordon? And he wanted us to know that to save the planet, we can't be wasteful. We need very minimal for each one of us to survive. But we cannot be wasteful. We're in a wasteful mindset of society. So ask yourself these simple things. My teacher said, keep it real. Real frees God from religion. Leave off the I guess, which is I'm being fundamental of what I've read and people have told me. I'm yet to experience the infinite. When you experience the infinite, then you understand that every other book is giving a beautiful camera angle. And you know what? I don't have to agree with all the different camera angles, because sometimes God is revealing things that need to be said in different geographical places at different times of the world. But it all is evolving. So it would be like if you're going to get into your car and you're going to you want to start the car and you take a book about horseback riding. You're not going to be able to ride that car. So you have to know, A good horseback rider knows he has to make the horse. He has to. Hey, Ida, great to be together. He has to take the horse, and the horse has to be confident that the driver is taking him where it needs to go. He has to hold the reins. He has to stay focused. He has to enjoy the ride. Those are things that are common to horses and to cars. So there are things that are eternally true, and there are other things that we have to know that are only related to specific things of geographic and time-related things. And if you don't throw out those peels, that's how we get all the infighting and the conflict that religion in its bad essence has brought. Now, this brought a lot of good essence, so we have to know how to filter it in. So remember, everybody, share this now, this message of keeping it real. God is not guesswork. God is experiencing God. I bless you all in your prayers, in your silence, to know, to give yourself that chance to, when you are able to free your mind and still it from external thoughts, that is when you will be guided, you will experience it, and you will realize that is your true self. When you stop looking outside and you are bathing in the awareness that I never will die. I was never born. I have just been transformed. The infinite. Hey, Faraj, great to see you. The infinite has just decided to manifest as me. And so we're all infinite beings here to love and respect one another. I love you all. And so with that, I'm going to end with this new song we're going to be recording. And so if you want to help with that, thank you to Lots of Love Records at lazerlloyd.com. You can go there after the broadcast, and everyone can join the Patreon a little bit if you want, or buy an album. They asked me to keep this free, just to mention at the end. God bless Lots of Love Records. God bless all of you. May we have world peace, peace, love, and joy for everyone. Well, there are many roads to heaven, many that I've crossed. On those many roads to heaven, there's many ways you can get lost. If you keep thinking to yourself that you're better than somebody else, well, you think you're on the road to heaven. But trust me, my friends, time will tell. This time will tell. I've loved many women, and many women that I've lost. Too many hearts that I've broken, trust and affection that I've tossed. Keep thinking to yourself, I'll just find somebody else. You might think you're on the road to heaven, but trust me, my friends, time will tell. Yes, time will tell. And no, don't fool yourselves. Heaven, it can leave you blind. A little ego and desire, you can lose your mind. Well, sometimes in heaven you could lose your mind. Little ego and desire, they will leave you blind. Yes, there are many roads to heaven, many that I've crossed. But if you're thinking of going to heaven, then that heaven's already lost. Don't be doing it for yourselves, just do it for somebody else. Then this world, it becomes heaven. And trust me, my friends, time will tell, and you can tell. And no, don't lose yourselves. And no, don't fool yourself. No, don't think about going to heaven. Just bring a little heaven to somebody else. Well, y'all brought me a little heaven today, and I saw all your beautiful comments and felt your love, and so let's just end with a little soul bathing together. Let's put ourselves in the inner circle. Put ourselves in the circle of oneness. Close our eyes. We're deeper than holding each other's hands. We're holding each other's souls. And we're asking for the one supreme being, the divine light, to give us and the world physical healing. Heal the sick, feed the poor. No more war. We're looking for mental stability to heal all those who are suffering with stress, anxiety, addiction, that they should break those chains. All those who need food and financial stability in these trying times, we're asking the one, the only one, to reach out from the power of this broadcast and the people from all over the world that are joining here, deciding to make unity, not because we're the same, but because we're so specially, uniquely created by you, Lord. And we want to give you pleasure, and that is all of our attention, is how we can stay joyful to give you joy. Because when we are joyful, that is giving the Creator joy. We want to bring joy to each other, and we want all of our souls to be healed, because we are right now pure. It doesn't matter whatever we did. Right now at this moment, we are letting go, and we are remembering our true self, our true divine soul can never be tainted. And we're going to stay here, and we are going to persevere, because the people of truth, it doesn't matter how many times they fall, they don't give up. Because we all know that every second in this world, it's a world of fixing, and so there's nothing to be upset about my mistakes. I'm just in the world of fixing. And so all together with my friend Tammy and Tim Phillips and all the other great people that are here together, let's just, as we're holding each other's souls, as we're here between Christmas and New Year's, it's such a special time. We're in a total rebirth, and we were going to go into the world of a rebirth. And we are understanding that just like a rubber band, when it's pulled, the further back it's pulled, the farther it can go. So 2020, we have that rubber band stretched all the way down, and we're all being challenged, and we're going to see the blessing in it and the healing, even for those that are now in another dimension and they're not in the same bodies and minds. They are understanding that it was all for the good, and we are going to now all shine in a light of unity in a light of spirit, in a light of healing our own lives, of simplifying and getting joy just from bathing in our own being. And we're going to have healthy relationships of not looking to receive from anyone. No attachment to anyone or anything, just giving. We need to go and be selfish to grab our own freedom, because that is the only way we'll be able to bring freedom to those ones that we love. But we must do it in a way where we are not looking to receive anything in return, so there is no disappointment. So we're just going to be giving as the Creator has made the world through kindness and giving. We are going to do the same. Blessing you all to smile through the struggles and take a minute from the dancing of the celebration to remember this too shall pass, and stay in your zone. Stay in the zone. Let's just say it one more time together. Peace, love, and joy. I am awake and free. We are all free right now. There is no bondage. And we are doing that gratefully. We are grateful for every breath, because God is me. You cannot, God is the seer through you. That is why you can't see God, because God is everything. And you cannot see everything. You cannot see beyond the cosmos. You cannot see, but everything you are seeing, that is God, because God is me. Right here, right now. We don't need any temples. We don't need any holy places. We need to stay within our own hearts. And when we're staying in our own hearts, keep bringing back that silence. When the world distracts, okay, you might have to relate to it. My body is relating to it. I'm thinking about it, but I'm aware and conscious that where I am staying. Right? Deborah Thomas is staying in the heart center, which is the core, which is the reality, the deep reality, infinite reality of what I am, what the world is, what the Creator is. There is no separation. It's all oneness. And when we know that God is me right here, right now, then blissful it is to be. Blissful to be is just blissful to be. That is the true blessing, the true joy. No one can take anything from me. I am not afraid of death, because I have overcome this world, says our Redeemer. I have overcome the world. What is he saying there? What was being said was, I have no attachment to anything in this world, because I understand that my true being is the Spirit. And we must be redeemed. That redeeming Spirit is coming through every generation, a new way of phrasing it, but it's all connected to those also who phrased it before. Because remembering all the holy beings were all human as you and I, the Buddha, Jesus, Abraham, Moses, Muhammad, whoever your special teacher, prophet, whatever you want to call it, Redeemer is, they were given the chance as humans to become godly beings. So I bless us all to understand that we are beautiful in our humanity, and when we become blissful at being, then we are experiencing becoming divine beings here, right now. This is already heaven. We are separate bodies. That is the beauty of it. We are overlapping minds. That is the beauty of it. We are one soul. That is the beauty of it. That is our true reality beyond space and time. Keep smiling, folks. Keep dreaming. Dream your dreams. Be your wishes.